story of how Chloe and I met. I love this. It definitely showed God's hand in our lives.
There's a little bit of backstory to this, so I'll start with that. We met on a Saturday, and I went to a concert Friday night. So me and my friends were in Vegas Friday, and then we were driving home Saturday morning, and I got a text from my friend Dallin, and he said, "You should come to St. George to watch the BYU-Utah game." And I was like, I am so tired, Dallin. Like, I just went to a concert. We were up super late. I don't know if I can come. But I had a feeling, I was like, I should go, but like, I'm super tired now.
Chloe, she had just been getting back from Vegas. She went to a concert and had gotten back to Cedar City. And then her friend Dallin, who I sold with last year in Missouri, invited her down to Landon's in St. George.
I'm so tired, but I really feel like I should go.
And obviously I'm going to my buddy's house. I've been to his house a million times, and I feel like I know everyone there, so I'm not expecting anything. But it was weird because on the drive down, I felt like I was gonna meet someone or something was gonna happen. I just didn't know what.
So I had to go from Vegas to Cedar and then drive back to St. George, but I only had like 15 minutes in Cedar to like get ready to go to this watch party.
And so it didn't make any sense for her to drive all the way back down to St. George after she just passed it coming up from Vegas. But she had a feeling that she should go back down to St. George to this party and that she should just go. So she did.
I was a little nervous because I was like, I don't have anyone to walk in with, but usually I'm fine with that kind of stuff. But I was a little nervous this time.
And like I noticed Chloe from the start, like she caught my eye for sure.
And so I walk in and...
But like, cute girls like that, you feel like they already have a boyfriend, so I don't like think much of it. We started playing soccer, like futsal, out in Landon's backyard.
I was talking to... So it was Landon's house that we were at. So I was talking to Landon's mom about pharmacology, because I was going to be taking that the next semester. And so I was talking to her about nursing school in general. And then when we were done talking, Brayden came up behind me and he was like, I'm just kind of listening, like, I hear you're in the nursing program. How's that going?
I was like, yeah, she's probably taken, like, I'll just leave it, have some fun playing some soccer. Definitely schooled her though. It was fun. And then I walk out to the front with Landon and he's like, hey, I think you and Chloe would work well together. And I'm like, really? Okay, I guess we'll see. So I was like, hey, well, she's single, so my eyes definitely on her the rest of the night. And then we were in Landon's kitchen talking with everyone, with his mom. And we like took this picture. So we have this selfie. This is like right before her and I started talking. Anyway, after this picture, I go over and just start talking with her. I was like, hey, like I heard you're in nursing school.
Then we started talking, and that was probably around like 6 p.m. I don't know. And up until whenever I went home, like midnight or 1 in the morning, we were talking the entire night.
I honestly don't really remember what was said, but we just started talking and we just kept talking the rest of the night. So we went up and started watching the game. And of course the seat right next to her is empty, so I had to take it. So we sat next to each other during the game. We were one of the only Utah fans there, so we were kind of supporting each other, rooting for the Utes. And I was like, oh, this girl's awesome. She's so awesome. We had such a good time chatting it up, and then we went and hot tubbed. Sat next to each other in the hot tub. And I was like, I need to take this girl out. Like, I can't end the night without asking her out.
And at one point in the night, we started talking about what cars we drive. And he drives a Tacoma. At the time, I drove the Volvo.
And I'm like, how do I get her alone from everyone else? I'm like trying to figure out these ways to ask her out before she leaves. And like, both of us don't want to leave, because we just keep talking with each other. And so we're one of like the last people to leave. And she's like, hey, I'm gonna head out.
Because everyone else had like gone by then, so it was just me and a few other people and Brayden. And so I was like, so nice to meet you, Brayden. Like, see you guys maybe tomorrow, because they talked about doing something the next day. And Brayden's like, wait, I gotta come see this Volvo that you have. And I was like, oh, I would love that. Come see it.
And I was like, I know you mentioned you had a Volvo. I've never seen one of those. You should go show it to me before you head out. She's like, okay. This is my way in right here to get her alone. So her and I go out, go check out the Volvo. It was cool, but like that wasn't my intention of checking it out.
And so we go out there and he's like, yeah, this is nice. And then he's like, I really just kind of came out here to get your number. I was wondering if you'd want to go on a date sometime. And I was like, I would absolutely love that. He was like, I just really enjoyed talking to you and I'd love to get to know you more. So, and he got my number and then, yeah.
So anyway, go check out the car. I was like, that's an awesome car. And then I was just like, hey, it was so awesome talking with you tonight. We had a blast. Like, I'd love to take you out. She's like, yeah, that'd be awesome. So I grabbed her number, exchanged phone numbers, and then we've pretty much hung out every day since. So the next day we hung out, and then the next day we hung out again. I think there's and then the next day, so 2 days after, we went on our first date, and the rest is history. It's a fun story. I love sharing it.
This one's kind of funny because the same guy that invited me to the watch party, Dallin, a few weeks prior had told me the name Brayden Bennett and was like, oh, maybe I'll set you guys up one time. I was like, okay, yeah. So of course, what any girl would do is go and look on Instagram and see who this guy is. So I went and looked and I saw him and I was like, kind of looks too cool for school, like kind of too cool for me, you know? I was like, yeah, there's no way, like, it'd be fun for him to set us up, but I don't know if he'd go for me. Then I saw him at the watch party. I was like, oh, he's really cute. Like, it'd be fun if I got to talk to him. And of course, I really admired his muscles. That was a thought that definitely ran through my mind. But I just thought he was super cute. And then when we first started talking, I loved how genuine he was and how he was such a good listener, because I love to talk, as many people know, and so him like being such a good listener and in later conversations bringing up something that I said a little earlier, I was like, oh my gosh, he was like listening to me, you know. So I was just like, wow, he genuinely wants to talk to me. He's so kind, so nice, and big muscles. But just how much I enjoyed my time with him when we were talking or playing a game of pickleball or whatever. It was just, I just noticed how much fun I was having with him. So those were my first thoughts on Brayden.
My very first thoughts when I saw Chloe, backtrack a little bit, a couple weeks before I had learned in Institute that light attracts light. And so pretty much the whole month of October before we met, I was trying to work on myself and improve myself to be the light, to attract the light that I wanted in a future companion. And so when I first met Chloe, that was the first thing that came to my mind and that I noticed about her was her light. Just very bubbly, very kind, just so easy to get along with. That really just hit me, like her light. And at first, when I first met her, she was so cute. I was like, there's no way she's single. She probably has a boyfriend, probably just here because she's friends with someone here. I don't know. And so I didn't think much of it. But then I did find out she was single. And as we talked throughout the night, like, I just liked her more and more and more. And I was like, I have to ask this girl out. And ever since we've dated and been engaged, her light has been the biggest thing that I've noticed. And that's the thing that I love most about her, is that she has such an influence on other people. And that's what hit me first when I first met her.
Okay, my thoughts, impressions of Brayden after our first date were really good.
But after that date, like, I just knew there was something there, for sure. First, I want to say what we did, because it was a great idea by me. We did pumpkin carving with me, and then we had a couple other my housemates or buddies that joined in for it, and it was a ton of fun. We just did it out in my backyard of the house and carved pumpkins, and Chloe's and I's was definitely the best.
Like, we thought we should have won the pumpkin carving contest, but another couple won it, and we were like, no way they won.
But we didn't technically win based on the judge. It was a fun day, and afterwards, oh, it was such a fun time.
I really hope he keeps asking me out, because that was so much fun.
It was fun. Like, it was just such a fun time.
It was so fun, and I never felt like I wasn't being listened to. Obviously, I kept thinking that he was so handsome. Conversation was so easy.
We just chatted the whole night. We went and played Skull King after, and we're sitting close to each other, like barely touching legs.
And it was never awkward. Like, it was never like, oh, what do I ask next? What do I say?
She was just so easy to talk to, so easy to have fun with.
Active listening, right? Always, and then asking follow-up questions, and oh, I had an experience like that.
So I was just kind of blown away just of how well it went with her.
I also loved his Tacoma. I thought that was very attractive.
There's some other people who were on a first date as well, but since Chloe and I already knew each other and hung out the couple days before, we kind of felt like we were like the experienced ones because everyone else was on a first date too. So I think that factor really helped with it.
The other cool thing is he had set someone else, like one of the guys in his apartment is not the best with girls. I don't know how many dates he's been on, but Brayden pushed him, hey, you should really ask this girl. You said she was cute. You should ask her. Like, it doesn't hurt. And so it was fun watching him be such a good friend to him too, and seeing how kind and genuine he was to others and not just to me. Like, I could tell he wasn't doing it to impress me, but just out of the goodness of his heart to help a friend out.
Since we had already known each other and like really liked hanging out with each other before the first date, there was a lot of bets going on with my buddies if I'd kiss her or not after the first date. And I drop her off at her doorstep, and like I'm like running through my head, like, do I do it? Do I wait? Oh, what should I do? And I was like, no, like I'm not gonna kiss on the first date. Like, I'm gonna play the long game. I can't mess this one up just because it's going so well. So I didn't kiss her on the first date. Then the next night we hung out and had our first kiss, and that was super cool.
But I loved it, and I was just like, I really hope that he thought the same and that we keep going on dates together.
I was just blown away after. We just had a blast, and obviously she looked great. So I had a ton of fun, and I knew it was going somewhere after the first date.
I loved our first date. I just had the time of my life, really. Okay, my favorite physical trait of Brayden. I can't really just choose one, so I'll say his muscles, his curly hair, his smile, his tan skin. I love his nose. That sounds funny, but I love his nose. But I guess if I had to say one thing, his muscles.
My favorite physical trait about Chloe is definitely the way her eyes sparkle when she smiles. She has such a beautiful smile, and it always just brings me happiness. And it's always just so fun laughing together. And I love the way her eyes sparkle when she smiles. My favorite hobby that Chloe and I have together is definitely playing pickleball. We kind of picked it up this last semester.
One hobby that we enjoy together is pickleball. I love playing pickleball with Brayden. We're both very competitive, but I love playing pickleball with him. It's fun.
And it's so fun playing together. We're usually on the same team or even playing against each other.
Whether we're on the same team or whether we're playing against each other, it's really fun.
We have a good time. We definitely get into it and get competitive, but I hope we can continue playing in the future because it's good exercise and it's just a good uplifting experience together. Okay, there are many things that I admire about Chloe, but the biggest thing that sticks out to me is how hard she works and her work ethic. She applies herself 100% to whatever she's doing. She's going to be the best nurse out there, hands down. She works so hard in school and in tests and makes sure she does her very, very best. Even in her job this summer with FSY, like, she is trying to do her very best and be the best at what she does and be completely reliable. That is something that's super impressive for me because I know that will benefit our future family and our kids having that example to look up to and to have a family that applies themselves to whatever they do. And she is such a big example of that, which I love.
It's way too hard to name one thing I admire about Brayden. He's so kind, loving, caring, confident, charismatic, funny. people ever. I love him. Something I would say, though, if I had to pick one, is that he is so patient. He's such a good listener. He'll listen to me all day long. You know how I can get talking. But he just listens, and he's so patient with me. But also everyone he comes into contact with. Like, on the road, he's patient. With friends and family, he's patient. He just is always so forgiving and kind, and gives everyone the benefit of the doubt, which is something I really admire about him. I hope never changes between me and Brayden is that he's my best friend and I'm his best friend. I love that we can just do everything together and never get sick of each other. And my way of decompressing and de-stressing is being with Brayden. He helps me get excited about things and helps get me hyped up for certain things, but also when I just need to kind of sit and talk or sit and cry or whatever, he's always there for me. He really is my best friend. And I'm so grateful to be married my best friend. So I really hope that never changes between us, is just doing everything together. And even if it's like, I love grocery shopping with him. That sounds so silly, but doing big things and little things together, I hope we never stop being each other's best friends.
One thing that I hope never changes between Chloe and I is our ability to go and do anything and everything together. We can go from doing a crazy fun activity together to slaving away at the school, doing homework and studying for tests. I love that we can always spend time together no matter what activity we're doing. And I hope that never changes throughout life, that we can always go and be together in whatever activities or tasks that we have to do. I'm super excited to talk about this one. This is probably my favorite question yet. The first I love you, because this is kind of a cool story. I remember this is a couple weeks after we started dating, maybe close to a month in. Like, I was starting to really like her. I loved her at that point. Like, it was just so well. Like, we connected on everything, could do everything together. She was the best, just made me into a better man. And I remember we went to Thunderbird Gardens in Cedar City. We were just kind of out talking in the truck, and I was like, oh, do I tell her? Like, I'm like feeling this way, but I don't want to, like, it is early, so I don't want to push things. And so I just got talking, like, well, like, what's love to you? And like asking questions like that. And I remember telling her, I was like, I'll be honest, like, I have a love that's growing for you. I wouldn't say it's there yet, but like, it's growing, because like, I wasn't like 100%, like, didn't know 100% yet, but definitely starting to feel it. She's like, yeah, like, I feel the same way. Like, looking back, like, I definitely loved her at that point.
Me and Brayden were both on Thanksgiving break. And we had gone on like a group date with 3 couples, and we went to Topgolf and then went to get dessert or something like that. Let's go back to so-and-so's house and watch a movie. And we both got in the car and we were both like, let's just do something together. We'll split off from the group and just do our own thing at my house. So we were driving back to my house and we were in his truck.
Fast forward about a week or two, we go back up north and I go and meet her family for the first time. I was so impressed. They were awesome, super kind to me. It was so fun meeting all of them. And after that, like, I just knew. I was like, yeah, like, this is the girl. Like, I love her so much. And shortly after, we were coming back. I think I was dropping her off one night. I think it was the following night after I met her family. And I was just like, Chloe, I'll be honest, like, I don't ever want to lose you. Like, I want to be with you forever. Like, I love you. And that was the first time. And she said she felt the exact same way. And it was crazy because the night before in her journal, she had wrote the same thing. She's like, I think I'm in love with Brayden. And so it was just such cool timing and just another sign that, like, this is right. Like, this was so right from the very beginning, very early on when we started dating.
we started talking, I don't know how we got on the topic, but we started talking about like our biggest fears in life. And we both said that one of our biggest fears is losing the people we love most in our life. And after we got done talking about our biggest fears, like spiders and whatever, but the real fear of losing someone we love, he was like, Chloe, I hope you know you're in that category. And I was like, oh, what do you mean? And he was like, I love you. And then I said, I love you too. I thought it was super sweet because it was just very natural and not forced. But yeah, that was the first I love you. We were talking about our biggest fears and how we don't want to lose the people we love and how we both love each other. We don't want to lose each other. So that was the first time we said I love you.
But that was just a super special moment and just another sign, like I said, that it was right and that I wanted to be with Chloe forever.
My dream vacation on the beach, somewhere, anywhere. Mexico, Hawaii.
My dream vacation, I really want to go to Hawaii and just hang out on the beach for a week.
Yeah, beach, excursions, good food.
Having some fun, cool hikes and exploring the outdoors.
Anywhere on the beach. You know I love a good tan.
Getting a nice tan.
Some good shopping. Good deals, you know?
And just seeing cool land features.
And just beautiful sights to see.
And definitely having Chloe there is a must. Just us two having a good time. Just adventuring and having fun together. Being separated from the world would be my dream vacation. Definitely in Hawaii, I want to go there.